right, good peoples, welcome to Relationship Thursday. I'm glad that y'all are in the house to join me for this experience where I'm gonna be talking about some things, sharing some things, having some real talk, y'all, having some real talk about what my experience was. Let me undo my background thing here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Some of the things that I saw at the Divine Flow Retreat. What up, IG? Welcome. IG, y'all may or may not know, but tonight what I'm gonna be talking about, what I saw, 7 things I saw as the only man at a retreat for all women. So this right here is gonna be good. So make sure you tune in and stay plugged in, stay locked in. What up, Blamley? I see y'all over here on Zoom. Some of y'all, let me make this perfectly clear. Ladies who are on here, in terms of the Blamley, this ain't one of them type situations where you got to worry about me spilling all of the beans. You don't. All right. I just want to be clear about that. Like, I am a trained therapist, so I definitely hold conversations, situations in the utmost confidentiality. With that being said, I did see some things that I want to talk about. I want to share some things that I saw that I want to talk about, and it's gonna be a blessing for everybody who stays plugged in, stays locked in to this live stream right here. So again, welcome. So for those who don't know, my wife, she has this space, this sacred space, where she's working with women. It started with the Art of Overcoming. She's working with women, helping them to level up in their lives, become better women. They already getting started. I'm sworn to secrecy. They made the decision to level up in their lives and become better wives, moms, and just women overall. And so what she did this past weekend, she curated a retreat. It's called the Divine Flow Retreat, in which women came to a cabin in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Anybody been there? Type of one in the chat if you've been there before. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. She went to a cabin, and 19 women came there and participated in an experience that was life-changing, y'all, was life-changing. And so I was fortunate enough to be a participant in some respects in that process. I was the only man at an all-woman retreat. Let me give myself the horn. Yes, I was the only man at an all-woman retreat. Let me just say this from the jump, y'all. I ain't want to go. I did not want to go. It's not something that I was jumping up and down and enthusiastic about. I ain't want to go. But one of the things that I know is that when it comes to doing this work, my wife and I were a team. And so I don't even know if I had an option, especially considering the fact that my wife, she got word of the fact that there's like black bears in the area. And then it's up in the mountains. So there was concerns about driving at nighttime and navigating the roads and stuff like that. So some of y'all ladies who are on here right now may not have an issue when it comes to that type of stuff. And that's cool. But my wife, she be making it real clear and we're real plain. Like, bruh, you not gonna just like leave me to be eaten by a black bear. You ain't just gonna leave me to like be navigating these streets. So you ain't got no choice. So it's not that I willingly volunteered for this experience. I was voluntold. Like, you better get your ass on this plane, get in this car, we going to this retreat, and we gonna make it do what it do. So I just want to make that plain, ladies. Like, again, I wasn't trying to barge on your space. I got my own community that I'm working with. I got my own men that I'm working with. And so I just want to make that perfectly clear. And with that being said, if there's any men on here, we're having a King Me retreat, March the 21st through the 24th. March 21st through the 24th. We got some spaces available. Fellas, if you're on here and you're watching this, or if you watch the replay, or ladies, if you know your man needs to be in the room, we're going back to Tennessee. The joint was so dope. Like, we're going back there to build, y'all, to build. And we as men, we're going to build in a different way. Of course, there's going to be the emotionality piece. There's going to be the real talk piece. There's going to be the tough talk piece. There's going to be the accountability. There's also going to be the support. There's going to be the physicality that's involved. And so we as men, we going back there. So I'm going to drop the links, ladies. Y'all be moving faster than men. I'm just going to say, I'm going to make that plain. Y'all move faster than men. The 2026 Divine Flow Retreat for Women Instagram, ladies have already booked their spot for 2026. I'm like, yo, I believe like 16, 17 women have already booked their spot for 2026. Fellas, y'all need to sign up for this one right here. You need to sign up for this one right here. So make sure you get your spot. Like I said, I'm gonna drop the links, fellas. So ladies, if you know of a man, if you got a husband, an uncle, or somebody that you know needs to be in a room, well, not just me, but other brothers that are about becoming better men, better husbands, and better fathers, then this is for them. And so let me go ahead and hop into, just some of the things that I saw. Some of the things that I saw. I'm gonna give y'all 7 things that I saw, being the only man at an all women retreat. First and foremost, one of the things that I saw that stood out to me, was the fact that I had a conversation with my mom earlier today. And I shared with my mom back in the day, she would take me to Community Presbyterian Church in Alexandria, Virginia. Some of y'all may know what I'm talking about, but it was a small church. Anybody grew up in a small church? Type one in the chat. I mean, you had the wooden pews with the red cushions. You had the Bible in the back of the pews with the fan that had the funeral service on it. Can anybody relate to that? Like, I grew up in that type of church environment. I feel like one of my pleasant memories from that time period was that when we did Communion Sunday, we had like for real bread. It wasn't the little chips that they got nowadays. Like it was somebody that made homemade bread and brought it to. It was like a sweet honey taste to it too, but brought it to communion. And then it wasn't like no regular old grape juice. At least I don't think so. But I don't think it was just Welch's. It was something different. And so I truly remember that experience and appreciated like that whole communion piece that I experienced at Community Presbyterian Church in Alexandria, Virginia. And so I was talking to my mom earlier today because she wanted to catch up with me about just what the retreat was like and how the experience was. And what I said to her, y'all, was that during the retreat, first of all, I had to explain that I was wearing many hats. Many, many, many hats. I was working my ass off, y'all. I really was. I was working like a mug. I was the bellhop. I was the bags person. I was the going to the store getting stuff person. I was the DJ in certain times. I was the mechanic, the technician in certain places. I was the videographer. I was holding space for women who wanted to have sidebar conversations. Like I was working at the retreat, y'all. I wasn't expecting to do nothing. So again, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself that when I go there, my wife, she sold me on this, y'all. She said, it's an opportunity for you to get away from the house and for you to chill. Get away from the house and to chill. It wasn't no chilling, y'all. It wasn't no chilling. So let me go back to what I told my mom earlier today. I'm gonna start here. Vulnerability, y'all, is one thing that I saw. Just being the only man at an all women retreat. Vulnerability. There was a point during the retreat where, toward the conclusion, I witnessed my wife moving differently, she was engaging the women in a moment of prayer, which was really powerful. And for some reason, like the Spirit convicted me, and it took me back to my Community Presbyterian church days in Alexandria, Virginia, where I would be sitting on those wooden pews with the red cushions and the Bible in the back and the fan with the funeral services in the back. And one of the songs that I heard was "Thank You, Lord." Thank you, Lord. I'm not gonna sing it. I ain't got the voice like my wife does, but some of y'all know what song I'm talking about. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. It's real simple, but real profound. And so I played the instrumental during that time period. And what I witnessed in that moment, and not just that moment, but throughout the entirety of the retreat, was a different degree of vulnerability, a different degree of women allowing themselves to be seen, a different degree of, figuratively speaking, nakedness, where it's I'm exposing myself and I'm allowing myself to to enter into a space so that I can unfold, so that I can get my healing, so that I can come to the well and get the water that I need to get. I was able to witness that. And so that vulnerability piece that I saw was really unique because some of the women that were in the space I had already worked with before. I mean, real talk, like some of these women I've worked with doing one-on-one sessions, doing group sessions, like I've engaged with them before. But the level and the degree of vulnerability, the tears, the shouts, the screams, the unpacking of the pain, stuff that had been pent up for years was was liberating. It was liberating. And I encourage folks that don't allow themselves to be in spaces like these sacred spaces to challenge yourself to get into the room, to get into the room. I mean, it's in these spaces that you experience authentic connections. It's in these spaces that you experience a different level of personal growth. There was vulnerability in the room. And I know for a fact, just based off of doing one-on-one work with so many women as a trained therapist and relationship coach, that a lot of women don't do vulnerability. A lot of women don't do it. They think they do it, but real talk, they don't really do it. A lot of women don't express like what they're thinking and what they're feeling. A lot of women keep that close to the chest. And what I saw over the course of this weekend was women trusting other women, trusting the process. And so vulnerability is one of the things that I saw over the course of this weekend. With that vulnerability, like simultaneously, what makes it possible is the second thing that I saw. What I saw was compassion. I saw compassion, fam. Like, and some of y'all instinctively do this stuff, but others don't because they get uncomfortable with the vulnerability. But I saw women like just pouring out their heart, crying, like the ugly cry. I saw the ugly cry, and then I saw women exhibiting compassion by coming up to them and giving them hugs, giving them tissue, praying with them, being present with them in that space. Not trying to force them to move beyond it, but being present with them in that space. Like God was straight up moving. God was moving in the whole cabin. And I saw women exhibiting compassion for the challenge that many of these women were confronting. Some stuff had not been spoken before, y'all. Some stuff hadn't been said aloud. But what my wife, as well as the other women who were there, were able to curate was a sacred space and a safe space for authenticity to be present. And then to be able to move with the integrity to hold space for that where they knew it was sacred and it wouldn't be shared. And so I'm giving y'all high level stuff. Y'all might be like, but you talking right now. I'm not giving y'all specifics. I wasn't there during every single thing. But for the pieces and the parts where I was, yo, these are the things that I saw. I saw compassion. I saw compassion. I saw compassion in women holding space for each other's emotional well-being. I saw support systems being created and activated in the event that somebody or a sister who was present needed a little bit more time. My wife would occasionally come back to the room, where I was comfortably situated when I wasn't on my bellhop, mechanic, technician, videographer, DJ duties. She would come back to the room and I guess the only thing I didn't do was cook, but I had to run to go get the food though. I went to go get the food too. I was doing everything, y'all. I was the Uber driver. I was everything. She came back to the room and she was telling me after meeting with the group of sisters, she was having private like little meetings with sisters, independent of the main group. And so when I speak about like support systems being in place, what I'm talking about is like, yes, you have the general community, but when somebody is in need, sometimes you got to do more. So my wife would go occasionally to different people just to check in and see how they're doing. She would go into different people's rooms and to check in and see how they were doing. And again, that's that compassion piece. And not only was she doing it, but other women were doing it too. Like sisters, like holding little clusters of sister circles to provide support systems for those who were in need. It was heavy, y'all. I mean, a few sisters said, like, I need a nap because there's so much emotional weight that's being released. You feel lighter, but with that lightness, you might get lightheaded. And you just need to lay down. And so they were compassionate interactions, engagements that were strengthening the sense of community. And so compassion was the second thing that I saw, y'all. It was the second thing that I saw. Let me open up this chat. Y'all making comments and I'm not even like really looking. Excuse me. The second thing that I saw that was truly empowering and transformative. The third thing was a sense of connection, a sense of belonging. A sense of belonging to something bigger than just yourself. You know, for the women who showed up for the Divine Flow retreat, and again, those of y'all on Instagram or on YouTube who may not have any idea what it is that I'm speaking about. This past weekend, my wife and a group of women participated in the Divine Flow retreat. My wife, she curated the experience, but in addition to curating the experience, she was also a participant too, to the degree in which she actually was blessed by what she experienced with all of these women coming together, doing a deep dive into who they are, what they're looking for, who they want to become, and allowing themselves to unfold. And so one of the things that I saw, and I'm speaking about 7 things that I saw being the only man at an all-women retreat. One of the things that I saw was connection. Connection, connection, connection. Like, it's one thing, y'all. So for the ladies who are on here right now, I mentioned at the top of this that a number of people have already signed up for 2026. A number of people have already signed up for 2026. I see Mel Lime 88 said, I can't wait to be a part of the next sister retreat. It looked amazing and powerful. It was powerful, sis. And so a number of the women have already said, like, I'm coming, book their spots for 2026. There's a wait list now for 2026. I will probably drop the link at some point. I got to find it. And so, but in any event, what I saw was connection. I saw connection. I saw connections being curated. I saw connections flourishing as well. We get used to, well, over the course of COVID, we got used to this whole virtual piece. And doing things via Zoom and you know, that became the norm. And so one of the things that I know is that people value interaction, value human connection, value touch, value being in each other's space. And so during the Divine Flow retreat, that's what we saw. We saw women, or I saw women hugging up on each other's neck. You know, I saw women holding hands, holding space. And in that, it just further strengthens your belief in what you know relationships can bring. It also furthers your belief in your ability to be able to unfold and make room for other people. A lot of women got trust issues. Got trust issues. See, Janelle said, "Wait a minute, where is the sign up?" Yeah, I gotta drop that link. I'm gonna try to find it as I'm talking, but I don't know if I can do multiple things at the same time. And so a lot of women have trust issues. Um, Thank you, Dorothy. Dorothy said, IG Dorothy said, it was amazing. We are so grateful for you, Ayuze. We couldn't have done it without you. Oh, them heavy bags, our DJ, our maintenance guy, all of the above. I appreciate that, sis. So so I saw the connection, y'all. There was a sense of belonging that was present. You know, there was acceptance that was also present in the space. There was collaborative growth that was also present. You know, it wasn't about just like one group or one person doing one thing. No, you were up in the mix during the course of this Divine Flow retreat. I saw it. I saw people collaborating. They was playing games. I was messing with one of the sisters saying like you gotta watch out for her because she like to cheat. She ain't do no cheating. I was just messing with her. But there was collaboration. We played the well, I ain't play. I was watching them play, but there were different games that were being played that required coordination, cooperation. You had different teams, and yeah, Dorothy, there was line dancing. I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. Um, but it was powerful, y'all. It was enhanced communication, and it was on point. Yeah, the games were. Let me just skip there. So another thing that I witnessed was that I saw was fun, y'all. Carisha, you on point, sis. I said I wasn't gonna mention no names, but I don't think you care about this. She was the one who like brought some games and she put out of bounds and culture tags, playing games, just having a good time, having a good time. It was a competitive space. That's one thing that I saw too. Is like, women be about that competition life, collecting cards and I think somebody was trying to get a spade situation on and popping, but I don't think it ever materialized. I know Uno was on deck. I didn't stick around to see whether or not we had some legit and official players when it came to Uno, but nevertheless, there were games that were being played. The sisters was having fun. We're having fun. And I just want to give a special shout out to the fan ministry. Yeah, we had a whole fan ministry, y'all. Like the fan ministry, it was three sisters in particular. Have y'all heard of that song "Boots on the Ground"? Yo, it was three sisters in particular that wasn't faking, y'all. They was whipping them fans and they was having a good time, y'all. The fan ministry was on point. It even went beyond that song "Boots on the Ground." They were just organically flipping them fans like whenever different music came on. Speaking about different music, one thing that I saw, like I said, I be working with some of y'all sisters in session, and some sisters got us. Some sisters like be very what's the word, demure. In session and in everyday life and presentation and all of that type of stuff. But I seen the Sophista Ratchet, y'all. I heard the music. I seen the Sophista Ratchet coming out, and it was all good. It was all love. It was all love. Like we got some gangsters in here. We got some gangsters in the house, and it's all. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The women was here for it. It was all love, y'all. So one of the things that I saw was that like just women know how to have fun. Women know how to have fun, have a good time, let their head down, take the hair wraps and bonnets off, and just be, which is definitely a blessing. I want to tie this into the relationship piece. Um, Fellas, if any of y'all are watching this, one thing that I saw too was that sometimes women, well, not sometimes, but a lot of times women show up in a certain space or in a certain way around other women that they don't feel comfortable showing up around you. And so you're not, bro, you're missing out on the fullness of what it is that your wife can bring. The fullness of her personality, the fullness of her expression, the fullness of her divinity. Um, because in some respects, you may be wanting to keep her boxed in. And you're limiting yourself, fam. You really are. You really are. You're limiting yourself, and you're missing out on the full range of who she is as a woman and what she can bring to you as her wife and what she can bring to the family as the mother of y'all's children. You're missing out on that. And so, I saw that this weekend, women just being, and it was a beautiful thing, y'all. It was a beautiful thing. So I encourage you fellas to create that safe space, for your wife. so that she can be, and so you can experience the fullness of who she is. Like, you cheating yourself, fam. You really are. There's women who are on here right now that know what it is that I'm talking about. I'm seeing the Blamely like echoing some of the sentiments in terms of what they're expressing. Like, it's real. It's definitely real. So again, make room for your wife. Make room for your wife. What I also saw too, y'all, was women facing their fear. Women facing their fear. Or women facing their fears. It was probably multiple fears. Like, when you think about the degree to which we've been impacted based off of our upbringing and based off of our experiences and relationships as adults. There's a lot of baggage that we carry. And so yeah, bro, I'm gonna drop that. I see somebody on IG. What up, bro? I'm gonna drop that shortly. So what I'm talking about, y'all, is I mentioned this at the top of the hour. I'm having a King Me retreat March 21st to the 24th in Tennessee, in the Gatlinburg area. And I'm talking about how dope the women's joint was and what I got to witness. The men's joint is gonna be powerful, y'all. It's gonna be powerful. So if there's any fellas on here, I got a few more single rooms left, a few more single rooms, but that don't mean that you still can't come. Um, we got space, but just a few more single rooms left. If you're interested, I'm gonna reach out to you, bro, over here on IG since you just made that comment. I was meaning to reach out to you anyway. Um, and so got a few more single rooms left where you can have your own situation. But I'm doing it March 21st to the 24th. Ladies, if you know your man needs to be in a space to connecting with me and with the other men, we leveling it up to become better men, husbands, and fathers. Holla at me. Holla at me. Holla at me. I'm gonna drop the link. Get your spot, fam. Single rooms are going to the first come, first serve. So it's first come, first serve single rooms. Yes. Yes, Devonda. Let me grab that link while I'm talking. Yeah. Um, so I see this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna see how people move. One thing that I also witnessed to y'all that I also saw is that women move. I mentioned to y'all that the 2026 joint, like, it's already like 17 spots taken. Um, they booked it while they were there. Fellas, if you're on here, and I say this, I say it out of love, but women move. Dudes talk. Dudes talk, women do. And I can't tell you how many commitments I've gotten in reference to this retreat that I'm doing March 21st to the 24th. And they all talk. It's all commitments. But you can commit yourself verbally, but until you take action, you ain't got no spot, bro. You ain't got no spot. And so yeah, so I'm just saying, fellas, like, get in the room, fam. Get in the room. Tomorrow is the last day of I'm doing a King Me 30-day intensive. Tomorrow's the last day. And I've been banging this joint home for like the whole month. The whole month. And then I told him I'm about to make this joint public. So fellas, get on it. A couple of dudes signed up earlier today for it, but yeah, get on it. All right, back to my points. Like I said, I'm gonna try to find a link as I'm talking, and then we'll go from there. Um, to the brother that reached out over here on Instagram, go to YouTube. I can drop it more easily in YouTube. You'll be able to see the link there. All right. So the other thing, fear, y'all, fear. So I was talking about fear. When it comes to doing experiences like this, a lot of times fear is what holds women back. You don't want to be seen. And one of the things that I know is that in addition to not being seen, some women, y'all, do y'all know of anybody that be like I don't do women? Y'all know any women that be like I don't do women? And I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying, not do women like sexually or nothing like that, but I don't do women as in, and women be catty, women be special, and I just ain't got time for it. And so sometimes, what is holding you back from actually engaging with women is, a fear of being in relationship with women, a fear of being seen, a fear of being hurt. a fear of being, exposed, a fear of being even sometimes supported because you don't know how to deal with that. And so what I've seen is I just dropped a link inside the Blamley. I'm dropping it on YouTube now for the men. Um, if I can give me a moment, and I'll drop the wait list for the 2026 Divine Flow Retreat. Um, a lot of women be expressing like I just don't do women, and when I hear that, it always leads me to a place where I cringe because um, there's so much value in those relationships, so much value in those relationships. And so when you put yourself in a place where, whether it is based off of being abandoned, being hurt, dealing with adverse childhood experiences, put yourself in a place where you're able to see and expose yourself to women who are there for you, who got your back, who want to provide a safe space. It just opens up your eyes, y'all, and it helps you to understand that you can trust. You can trust. You can trust your sisters, ladies. You really can. I saw it this weekend. And I saw women facing their fear as it pertained to dealing with other women. For some of y'all, even entering into a space is a challenge. And it ain't got nothing to do with women. It's just the fact that you're an introvert. Can anybody relate to that? Like real talk, that's me. So y'all might see me on here talking, and y'all know that I'm curating the retreat March 21st through the 24th for the men. But I'm an introvert, fam. Some of y'all might be like, we know that, Aiza. But that's how I flow. That's how I am. And my preference is to just be by my lonesome, just doing me and not being bothered. And I spoke with a sister over the course of this past weekend, and she was sitting to the side, and I said, "Why you not doing a line dance thing?" And she basically said, "I reached my bandwidth. I reached my bandwidth kikiing and conversing and engaging, and so I got to sit to the side. I'm all tapped out. Can anybody relate to that? Like any women who are on here right now that at a certain point, just based off of you being an introvert, it just becomes too much. It becomes too much, and I just need space to like decompress, to tap out, and to just have a moment to myself to exhale. Yeah, yeah. And so I see you, Marquita. Um, it'd be like that. And so, but one of the unique things is that when there's a safe space that's present, like you're not forced to do what it is that you don't want to do. I saw the women holding space, and so if there's a fear that's there, whether you're a woman or whether you're a man, when it comes to these retreats and stuff like that, like lean into it, fam. Like there is a blessing. Melanie said, I am she. It's really a blessing. It's really a blessing, and so I'm looking forward to engaging with the fellas March 21st to the 24th. It's gonna be a growth opportunity for me. Really a growth opportunity for me. And so I know it was a growth opportunity for my wife. Like I saw her moving in ways that I had never seen her move before. Real talk, right? Y'all might think that she do this. And yeah, she does. But what I saw, she don't do. She doesn't do. And so I was blessed even by witnessing my wife move in a different way. One of the other things that I saw, y'all, was hope. I saw hope. I saw hope. I saw hope. Um, I saw hope in the sense that there was a certain level of resilience that the women expressed and shared in terms of their own personal journeys. One of the things that I say is that, God didn't bring me this far just to bring me this far. Like there's purpose in my pain. There's meaning in my movement. And so what I witnessed was women dropping the bags, taking some stuff out the bags, and stepping in a direction where there was lightness, where there was a sense of belief in the possibility of what could become. Women burned some stuff, put some stuff in a bowl, balled some stuff up, threw some stuff away. Like it's a new day. I feel like a new person. And so I saw hope present in that space, in that sacred space. There was an activity that my wife had the women do that was really This is why I think that it's a blessing that I was there. And I'm gonna pat myself on the back for this one. My wife, she came up with this activity, and in the activity, it was talking about us, having certain. Sometimes we have certain patterns and ways of being, like different things that keep us bound, different thought processes. We hear certain voices in our mind, whether it be your mom's voice, your father's voice. If you got kicked off the basketball team, football team, whatever it may be, like you hear your coach's voice, you might hear the cafeteria woman's voice. You hear a voice in your head that sometimes holds you back from becoming the best version of yourself. And whenever you're striving, whenever you're pushing, whenever you're moving, sometimes that voice will get louder and louder and louder. And so one of the activities that my wife had the folks doing was confronting that voice that be trying to hold us back and keep us stuck. Man, oh man. When I tell you, when I tell when I tell you that moment right there, y'all, the women who and the way that it was done. So ladies who were on here who were at the retreat, the way it was curated, the whole sitting down and standing up piece wasn't a part of what my wife had initially imagined. So one of the beauties of me being there was I gave her that idea. I gave her the idea of you sitting down and then that voice standing up and you cultivating the courage to be able to confront it and eventually standing up yourself. It was deep, y'all. It was really deep. And I'm seeing a sister saying like, thank you for that. It was needed. Um, yo, I mean, I got goosebumps even thinking about it right now. Like the amount of tears, um, the yelling. I mean, you gotta yell at that voice. I saw it, y'all. I saw it. I witnessed it. You gotta buck at that voice. You gotta fight that voice. I saw the verbal altercations. The voice wasn't backing down. That voice don't back down. That voice is there to keep you bound. And I saw the fight. I witnessed it. And I witnessed the triumph. I witnessed women winning. It was so powerful. So powerful. Man. Uh, Sister says that was such a good activity. You don't even realize how loud and cruel that voice can be. That's all facts right there, y'all. All facts. Um, Such a powerful moment. Such a powerful moment. And let me see. Let me try and get this waitlist piece real quick while I'm talking. Um, so yeah, so having those honest conversations and facing that fear was definitely um, a powerful point. Um, Give me 1 second, y'all. I might not be able to get it because I don't want to mess up the live stream. I might not be able to get the wait list. Um, yeah, I might not be able to get it for y'all. Um, because I don't see it right here. But yeah. So that was another thing. I got to check in with the wife. I want to make sure I don't send the wrong thing. You said there's a poster somewhere. Um, I believe she did post it. I believe my wife did post a wait list for 2026. It's not in Blam University though, but and I'm on my phone on IG. I'm gonna make sure what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post it inside of the Blam Core Facebook group first, and then I'll make sure I send the wait list. We'll send it out via email. So I'm gonna make sure I do that. But I gotta check it with Iana first to see where it is. I don't know where I'm looking for it as I'm talking, but I can't find it. All right, y'all. The other thing that I saw was perseverance. Perseverance. Some of y'all may or may not know, But my wife, she considers herself to be an introverted extrovert. So she'll do things, not necessarily wanting to, but in this experience right here, y'all, she was truly following the voice of God, truly listening to the voice of God. And what I saw in my wife, I was in awe. I really was. I went to the grocery store before the final night was over. I bought her a card, and I bought her a single rose, and I bought her, some candy that she likes, and I gave it to her at the end of it all. Um, it was a moment, y'all. It was truly a moment where I saw my wife just moving in a different way, knees knocking and all, afraid and all. Um, but still just persevering, despite the uncertainty, despite the hesitancy, the apprehension, um, despite the bigness of it all. The songs that y'all heard my wife sing during the Divine Flow retreat, she can sing. And she will probably hate me to say this, but she don't do it the way in which she need to do it. She don't do it as much as she need to, y'all. She got a voice. So y'all hear the dun 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 dun. Y'all hear that. Um, she got a beautiful voice. And it's she got to do more of that. And so what I saw was her pushing through her discomfort, pushing through her discomfort, and giving y'all more of who she is, persevering despite the discomfort, despite the fear, just being fully present in that space. And so I'm big up in my wife all day long because what I saw was truly amazing. I saw y'all ladies pushing through and having conversations that were uncomfortable, expressing thoughts and feelings that you wouldn't ordinarily share, being your authentic self and doing a deep dive and looking at the crevices and the corners that you may have closed the door on, making a commitment to level up and to honor yourself going forward. I saw that. I saw that. And so, it was powerful and impactful for me to be, as the only man at an all women retreat, to be able to see transformation happening real time. I saw it. Now, the work isn't done, but it definitely was a hell of a, whether it be start, continuance, or wherever you are on your journey, it was that. And I'm truly thankful and honored that I was granted the opportunity to be able to witness, like, with authenticity, vulnerability, transparency, connection, compassion, trust, perseverance, what all of that look like. Ladies, y'all did that. Y'all did that. And I'm honored. Like I said, I'm thankful that I was able to be in the room and witness it. Fellas, you got next. You got next. And as I mentioned at the top of this, I'm doing my King Me retreat March 21st through the 24th. It's coming up, y'all. Be going to Tennessee. Um, I will show y'all some. It's gonna be a dope spot, y'all. Let me see if I can pull up something really quickly. Gonna be a dope spot. I ain't gonna pull up no images or nothing like that, but I know it's mostly women on here. Y'all will be like, ooh, ah. Well, what I need is the fellas to be able to not just be like, ooh, ah, which they probably won't be. I just need them to move. I need them to move to get their spot. I dropped a link over here on with the Blamily. I believe I dropped it in YouTube as well. Yeah, I did. I dropped it in YouTube as well. If you got a man that needs to be in the space, we got some spots left. There's limited I'm emphasizing limited single rooms left. If you want to be there and your man is that type of dude that like I ain't trying to be in no bunk bed type situation, I want to be there, um, or I don't want to be on no futon, then move quickly, fam. Move quickly. All right, y'all. I'm gonna make room for any of the women who are on here. That if you want to say something, whether it be to the sisters or to dudes, you just want to make a comment. You could raise your hand, and for the Blamley specifically, if you want to raise your hand and say something, I'll bring you forward. I'll bring you forward if you want to say something, just to put a pin in it. So, like I said, raise your hand. Y'all can come forward. I wasn't planning on doing this, but again, y'all are on here. So if you want to say something, raise your hand and I'll bring you forward to express your thoughts. Express your thoughts, feelings. If not, that's all good too. It was a beautiful experience for me. I know it was an amazing experience for y'all. Um, I'm looking forward to what we're going to be doing March 21st to the 24th. And I see the sister. I see you, sis. You said that you got it from the Sister Circle group. So that's what's up. All right, y'all. Get on that wait list, ladies, for January 2026 for the Divine Flow Retreat, fellas. Click on that link and join me at the King Me Retreat, March 21st to the 24th. We're going to be doing it, fam. Y'all be easy. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to connect in with y'all soon. Peace out, y'all. You funny.